Job has listened long enough. Now he pushes back, not emotionally, but intellectually and theologically, okay? Job opens with sharp irony. Doubtless you are the only people who matter, and wisdom will die with you. This is not arrogance, it's exposure. Job tells them, I have a mind as well as you. I'm not inferior. Everything you said, it's obvious. Job is not rejecting wisdom, he's rejecting monopoly over it. Okay? Job highlights a reality his friends refuse to face. A righteous man can become laughing stock. Okay? Those at ease mock those in pain. The tents of robbers often prosper. This directly contradicts his friend's worldview. Okay, prosperity and suffering are not reliable moral indicators. Job makes a brilliant move. He says, "Ask the animals, ask the birds, ask the earth, ask the fish. They all testify to one truth, and his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. You don't need ancient tradition or visions to know this. Creation itself teaches it." Then wisdom and power belong to God alone, okay? Because Job reframes wisdom. Wisdom is not age, not tradition, not status, not comfort. True wisdom belongs to God. With God, our wisdom and power, counsel and understand are His. Humans may speak wisely, but God owns wisdom Himself, okay? God owns wisdom itself. So then God overturns human structures. Job lists what God does, okay? Tears down what cannot be rebuilt, imprisons with no release, withholds waters and floods the land, okay? Leads counselors astray, strips kings of authority, humbles priests and elders. This is uncomfortable theology. God does not only reward righteousness, He overrules systems, okay? So then, God is not predictable. Job concludes, God reveals deep mysteries, brings darkness into the light, enlarges nations and destroys them, disorients leaders, makes them wander without direction. This is the key idea. God is sovereign, not formulaic. Any theology that reduces God to predictable outcomes is too small, okay? What are the key lessons from this chapter? The first one is wisdom is not owned by tradition or comfort. Second lesson, righteous people can suffer while the wicked prosper. Third lesson, creation itself teaches God's sovereignty. Fourth lesson, God overturns human power structures. Fifth lesson, God cannot be reduced to formulas. Sixth lesson, questioning shallow theology is not arrogance. In summary, Job 12, Job rebukes his friends' claim to exclusive wisdom, pointing out that their observations are obvious and incomplete. He insists that righteous people can be mocked, while the wicked prosper, a reality even animals seem to understand. Job emphasizes that wisdom and power belong to God alone, who freely overturns human authority, confounds leaders, and acts beyond predictable patterns. The chapter marks a turning point. Job is no longer defending himself emotionally. He is exposing the limits of simplistic theology.